Good and welcome to BSSNO Reality TV. My name is Theodora Oduekwejun and these are the news headlines. Tinubu committed to completion of abandoned project, says Minister. Tinubu returns to Nigeria after brief work stay in France. Six NSAS protesters freed after 4 years in custody. On the international scene, India's Modi arrives in Kiev for talks with Ukrainian President Zelensky. Hundreds of thousands stranded as floods hit India and Bangladesh. Indonesian court orders cash payments to toxic cough syrup families. And now the news in details. Tinubu committed to completion of abandoned projects, says Minister. The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Yusuf, has reiterated the commitment of President Bola Tinubu's administration to the completion of all abandoned and inherited projects in the citizens' interest. UTEP spoke on Thursday during an inspection tour of the Ogbese multi-purpose dam along Ikere-Ekiti, Ise-Ekiti Road in Ekiti State, where construction began in 2009 but stalled owing to a lack of funds. Tinubu returns to Nigeria after brief work stay in France. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has returned to Nigeria after a 3-day work stay in France. The Airbus A330 conveying the president touched down at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja at about 2:25 a.m. on Friday. The president had cut short his trip to swear in the new Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekere Ekun, at the council chambers of the state. Six NSAS protesters freed after 4 years in custody. A Lagos State Magistrate Court in Ogba has discharged six men who were arrested during the NSAS protest and have spent almost 4 years in prison. The defendants identified as Daniel Joyimbo, Adigun Sodiq, Kehinde Shola, Salaudin Kamilu, Sodiq Hussaini, and Aziz Isiaka were set free by Magistrate Bolanle Osunsomi on Thursday after being cautioned. The defendants were discharged after pleading guilty to a single amended charge brought against them by the Lagos State government. And on the international scene, India's Modi arrives in Kyiv for talks with Ukrainian President Zelensky. India's Narendra Modi has arrived in Kyiv where he will meet Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, marking the first time an Indian Prime Minister has visited the country since it gained independence from the Soviet Union in 1991. Modi is expected to discuss economic ties and cooperation in defense, science, and technology, while also broaching the contentious subject of a settlement to end the war with Russia. Hundreds of thousands stranded as floods hit India and Bangladesh. Floodwaters have inundated parts of India and Bangladesh, stranding hundreds of thousands of people in India's northeast and neighboring Bangladesh eastern region. The authorities have opened 450 relief camps in Tripura, where about 1.7 million people have been affected, along with extensive damage to infrastructure, crops, and Indonesian court orders cash payment to toxic cough syrup families. An Indonesian court has ordered two companies that distributed a toxic cough syrup that killed more than 200 children to pay compensation to each family whose child died or was injured after taking the medication. The companies Afi Pharma and CV Samudera Chemical